You bad like that, you know, but I'm the one that ease your pain. I know.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dazja Jordan. For those of you that are new, and for my returning kin folks, what's up? So as you guys can tell by the title, you guys, this time we are getting in my business, okay? I just want to sit and chit chat with you guys about all the things breaking up and what that was like for me, because I just feel like there's so many people out here, so many women that can relate to me and my breakup. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all, you know, get into the video. But before we do all of that, y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Also hit that little bell on the side so that you can keep up with your girl. Now let's go ahead and get into this look right here. As you guys can see, I've already started off with the eyebrows. I did that off camera as I meditated a little bit on how I was going to approach this makeup and chit chat. And while we do this little makeup and chit chat, I'm actually not going to be going over which products I'm using. I'm just going to link it all in the description box down below. I'll make it very easy for y'all to identify, but I don't think that it's necessary for us to go over each product because, you know, of course, I just want to get to the tea. If you've been following the channel for some time, you will know that my family and I are from Denver, Colorado. Okay, so if y'all don't know nobody from Colorado, what's up? What's up? And yes, there's black people out there. I know y'all gonna ask. We there and we from there, okay? And we moved here to Georgia in 2020. It was crazy because the way we even got to Georgia, and you guys, all of this ties into the breakup, so I just gotta get a little backstory. But anyways, you guys, so yeah, we moved here in 2020, but before we moved here, we actually stayed in Houston for 6 months and absolutely disliked it. I'm not gonna say I hated it, but I do think that Atlanta is much better than Houston, okay? So back in 2019, the person I was in a relationship with, thou should not be named, okay? He took a job that took us outside of the state. I'm back in Denver. You know, we were doing our thing. We was owning property and everything like that. Or while I was leveling up in Colorado, he had applied to a job that ended up taking us out of the state, and it moved us to Houston. And it was a really good job. You know, I think it was the most he ever made. He was making some really good money, you know? So it was like, I don't mind putting what I got going on a back burner because to take care of the kids and, you know, like move. So I was just really supportive, as you know, as a girlfriend should be, you know, very supportive. I got this man's kids, like I might as well, you know, like if we're gonna be going. Now, I was not ready to leave Denver. I can tell y'all that. I was so attached to Denver and having certain support systems there that it was really tough for me to be like, okay, like let's go, you know. But once I finally made the decision, and you guys, I'm just letting this dry down a little bit, but once I finally made the decision to go ahead and leave Denver, we ended up going to Houston, and we stayed in Houston for 6 months. And for some reason I was miserable in Houston, okay? I hated Houston. We only had one car and it rained all the time, and if it wasn't raining, it was extremely hot. And baby, let me tell you, the job market out in Houston was not good at all. Like, not good. It was really, really hard to just find a regular job. And I come from a mortgage background originally, so those are the type of jobs that I was looking for. You know, like I can make some money now. You know, I just told him, like, I really don't like Houston. He agreed. He didn't really like Houston, and his job was going to be transferring us to another state, and it was between Atlanta and I have no idea. But we ended up, you know, kind of requesting to come here to Atlanta, and the request was granted, which is good. So once we got here to Atlanta, I moved us like super far, you know, just because I didn't know what I was doing. And, you know, I had a realtor that was helping us look for just a place to just rent and stuff. And, you know, she came up on the one in Newton, and it just so happened to work out because I needed to be isolated. I didn't need to be around any distractions and stuff. And I just needed somewhere where I can just like really focus and get my life together and stuff. And then it was just me and the kids. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when you are not from Atlanta and you hear things about Atlanta, like you are scared of the area that you can possibly live in and stuff like that. So, you know, I went all the way up to Noonan, we're just gonna say it, where all the white people's at, okay? And I actually ended up thriving up there. It was nice. It was very lonely up there. It was cool, you know. It is what it is. It helped me. You know, I learned that it's okay to be by myself and all that. But we'll get into that all out one of these days, okay? But anyways, so y'all, we get to Atlanta, we settle in and all of that. So at this point, a blind man can see that a breakup was on its way pretty much. But before we actually sat down and had a conversation with each other saying, okay, this is why, you know, I'm breaking up with you, I had already started going through like the breakup phase, like in my mind. Like, I think that is a very true statement when they say, before a woman breaks up with you, she goes through the motions and she's kind of already broken up with you in her, you know, in her mind. And to be honest with you guys, that is the truest statement, because I didn't realize that that's how I was moving, you know, like he was absent, you know, working a lot and just doing him. So I got used to being by myself. I got used to taking care of the kids by myself. And at this point, like, because I don't understand what's going on, like we moved to a whole nother state and we break up in another state, which was one of my biggest fears, which was why I didn't really want to leave Colorado, because I'm like, if we get to another state and we break up, like, who do I have? I don't have nobody. I don't have family out here, you know, like, you know, we get out here and we practically, you know, started wilding out. It was really sad. And then after like having kids, my youngest, I want to say, was about 6 months when we moved down here. So I was still dealing with like insecurities and stuff like that within myself, within my own body, changing, being young and I done got powder all under here. But anyways, changing and just, you know, being young and stuff like that, and being a mother of 2, not having support. Like, it was a lot of things going on like within myself, you know. So us breaking up or starting to go through what we were going through out here away from family, like I said, was one of my biggest fears. But it really had me scared, because I'm like, dang, like, what am I gonna do? You know, like, he can move on, he can do what he's gonna do, but, you know, I'm already up here in Noonan. We're not really seeing eye to eye. He's barely home as it is. Like, I'm really finna be a single mom, and lo and behold, that's kind of, you know, where it was headed and where it was, you know. It was like I was a single mom already in a relationship. I know, like, that sucks, but it's more common than you think. All right, it sucks, but it's common. But, you know, I was rocking it. I was trying to balance motherhood and also, you know, myself. So I had both of my kids in daycare. You know, like, I was making really good money, because it's crazy, because the day that we officially moved out here was the day I had a phone interview for a job in the mortgage field, which is, like I said, where I got from. Okay, so I know it's not sign that houses. But anyways, yeah, so I had got an interview and the job all in the same call, and it was just amazing. So I just felt like everything was working out, and I had a really good job. So him being gone, you know, I wasn't really worried about, because I had my own stuff going on, which is good. I'm taking care of 2 kids under the age of 2, you know, like, that is crazy. And on top of that, I'm working a full-time job, which it was a work from home job. So that was a huge blessing in itself. And you guys, my landlord was very, very cool as well. Like, everything just felt like it was sent from God. And I truly, truly appreciate that. So, you know, sometimes God moving you from places and areas and separating you is only the beginning, you know, of something great for you. So I don't know where that came from, but I just felt like I need to let somebody know. Okay. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue. So y'all, the breakup was so smooth. Okay. We didn't fight or anything like that. Once we finally decided that we were going to break up, it was literally a simple conversation. Like, the same way I'm sitting here talking to y'all is the same way that him and I had a conversation. You know, we were just sitting and we were talking, and I'm not afraid to say I got dumped, okay? Because I got dumped. But if he would have never dumped me, I would have never left the situation. Like, I'm going to take accountability for my part in the breakup, but I am not taking responsibility and accountability and being the one to, you know, to walk out on this situation, you know, when I feel like if we would have taken a couple more steps, we would, you know, have been in a better place. So I really was not giving up. I was not giving up on my relationship at all. But when he came to me and we're having a conversation and he just looks at me and he goes, Dazja, I just can't do this no more. I said, you can't do this no more. I said, what do you mean you can't do this no more? He said, I can't do this no more. I said, okay, so what do you want to do? He said, well, let's just start off with a break and let's see where it goes, you know? I said, so you kind of just want permission to just to go and do your own thing and then come back and pick up your family when you feel like it. He was like, no, like, it's not like that. You know, I just want to give this a break and see where it goes. I said, okay. I said, well, you know, one thing about me, even though we've been together 6 years and my actions clearly have always shown this, but I had to put it in verbally so that he understood, you know? So I looked at him and I said, are you sure you want to break up? Or are you sure, you know, you want to take a break? I said, because one thing about me is I don't go back to things that I left behind. I do not travel backwards at all for nothing or anybody. And I do not look back. Now, it might take me a little minute to move on, but I don't go back to what has hurt me. I don't go back to what has taken me out of character. I don't go back to things that almost destroyed me, you know, that had me wanting to take myself out. I don't go back to things that just do not serve me. I believe that once God takes something away, he's either going to replace it with something better or it wasn't meant for you to have. It was toxic. It wasn't yours anyway. You know, you weren't meant to stay in it, you know? So I looked at him and I'm like, are you sure? You know, because once we done, you know, like, ain't no, I'm worried about you, you worried about me. Like, we really, you doing you and I'm doing me, okay? So he was like, yep. I said, okay, cool. Y'all, I promise you, as soon as that man told me to my face that he was serious about breaking up with me, it's like I didn't have time to cry or be mad, you know, because it's all like, well, I got to get back to parenting, you know, like, I hear you, but let me see you in action. And baby, he went to town. He did him to the fullest. And I just remember feeling so destroyed because I felt like my family had been just torn apart. Like, here I am with 2 boys and I always wanted to have a 2-parent household for them. You know, there's only so much that me as a mom or as a woman can teach my sons, you know, like, I'm not limiting myself. I'm not saying I can't get out there and teach them things. I'm just saying there's some things that a man or a young boy needs to learn from a man. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I am with that. So I was just so devastated and so hurt because, like, yo, I can't believe this is really happening to me. You know, like, we were together 6 years. And now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, girl, people be together 23, 25, 60 years and then end up breaking up and all of that. Like, 6 years, girl, nothing. Be sad and hurry up and get over it, you know? But that's just my perspective, okay? But after we had decided that we were going to break up with one another and, you know, just do our own thing, that's when I felt like I needed to take steps to better, you know? I wanted to make sure that my kids didn't, you know, have to suffer from my emotions. So I immediately started doing the work on myself, heal, because I just knew I did not want to be I didn't want to be bitter. I didn't want to be upset over what was happening. I just wanted to heal because here I am in my dream state, Atlanta. I've always wanted to come here and be in Atlanta. Like, since I was younger, I was supposed to be moving here and, you know, life happens and, you know, other things take place. But I was like, okay, I'm here, you know, I'm where I've always wanted to be. So let me go ahead and just make the most of it. Let me take the steps so that I can be healthy and thrive out here, okay? So I got into therapy. I was running through therapists up there, okay? I knew what kind of therapist I wanted. I knew, like, the type of vibe I wanted to get. I knew that things were going to get crazy. Like, girl, I'm gonna have to be vulnerable. So searching for the right therapist was so important for me with that next step, because I didn't want to just be a number to somebody. I wanted someone that was really going to help me heal, give me the tools to heal, give me the coping tools, because when you are isolated in a whole nother like area, you know, it's just you and your kids and God, like you really sit down and have to sit with yourself, you know, and it forces you to listen to God. And in turn, I ain't gonna hold you, listen to the enemy as well, because just as much as God is talking, the enemy is talking as well and trying to distract you. That's why it's important to meditate so that you can hear God's voice outside of the enemy's voice, because the devil is always going to tempt you. He's always going to tempt you. And that's the state of mind that I was in. I just knew I wanted to be better. I wanted to serve God, but I also needed a friend. I needed someone that I can get out of the house and go and see every day, or at least once a week. I just needed something and someone to keep and hold me accountable. And I searched high and low. I think I went through maybe about 4 or 5 therapists. Oh my God, see y'all, like, I didn't stop doing my makeup and stuff. Y'all know, just telling y'all all my business. It's all my business. But we're good. But like I was saying, therapy was the first step for me. So once I found a therapist, I started going to her and just starting from the root. So we got to the root of why we broke up. We got through, you know, just all of the things, which gives you this girl right here. Okay. So we, you know, we had that conversation, my therapist and I was actually suggested that I bring him in on some of my therapy sessions, but I think by that time I was over it. I did not want to try. He was wilding out, you know, and while he was wilding out, I was healing pretty much. So, you know, once I had got the mental health part taken care of, I decided, y'all, I've been putting blush on this side, but literally that's how long it takes to blend it out, because I be liking my stuff to look seamless, to look good. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm using such a bold color already on my cheeks and I don't want it to look crazy. But like I was saying, once I got my mental health under control, you guys, my thing back then, and still is a little bit, is looking at model homes. I love everything about real estate. I will go and look for a model home, tour a model home. Like, I'm just that girl, like, when it comes to everything real estate. Like, I love it. Like, mark my words, I will be a real estate agent. Okay, I will. And I will sell $1 million homes. Okay, period. But from there, once I keep saying, once I got my mental health together, I ended up putting on my vision board a house that I wanted. And it was just a model home. I went and toured the model home, and I ended up getting papers for the floor plan. And I just took it and I bought a board, you know, like how you do your vision board. And I added the house to the vision board. So by that time, I was working 2 work from home jobs. My kids were in daycare full time, so I literally had help up until 5-6 o'clock. I would do the whole mom thing, you know, all of the things, but my kids were babies, so they didn't require like a whole lot, like full on like meals. And you know, and my kids were chill too, so after a nice little meal, bath, everything was good. Like, I can put on a whole movie and my kids would chill, and I love that a lot. Shoot, that's how it is now, except for now they kind of big, but but anyways, from there, like I said, I was working 2 jobs and I just start stacking up my money, y'all. And before I knew it, I was searching for a house. You know, I decided to take all of the hurt and the pain and everything that I was going through, and just started pouring that into myself, you know. And I just thank God for giving me the spirit of fight, if that's a thing. You know, I'm a fighter, you know, I don't give up. Like, I'm gonna cry a lot, but I'm gonna always get back up and I'm gonna keep fighting, because that's just how I am. That's just how I was built, you know. And as y'all get to know me in future makeup and chit chats, you know, we can open up about that. So yeah, the fight has always been in me. So getting through this breakup, it was like, okay, it's another thing, you know, and it ain't gonna kill me, you know. I could win this, you know. So I decided to keep everyone out of my business, and like I said, I kept my eyes on the prize. So I took all that pain, that hurt, the betrayal, and I put it into parenting, and I put it into going to therapy, and I put it into work. You know, I put it all into myself, things that would be beneficial to me, things that I would see residuals from, you know. Seeing my kids grow, I'm receiving residuals, you know, because I'm raising great black men, you hear me? You know, going to therapy didn't do nothing but help me, you know. Like, it kept my head clear, you know, so that the enemy couldn't get in and distract me from what God has for me, okay? And then I also started pouring it into my makeup. You know, I started sitting down doing my makeup more. I started bedazzling myself. I'm not going nowhere, but I'm gonna look good because that's what I want to do, and that's what I used to do, you know, like before, you know, the relationship and the kids and all of that. So I just started doing things that took me back to myself, but I was adding mothering on top of that, you know what I'm saying? So that really made me feel like, you know, I could do this, I can get through it, and I did, okay? Whew, let me go ahead and put some eyeliner on. So I say all of that to say that my breakup truly shaped me, you know what I'm saying? It made me into the woman that I am today, you know, a very healed, a highly spiritual woman, and a boss-ass mom. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I rock motherhood. I love it. Like, sometimes I be doing it looking toe up, but I love it, and I rock it, and I do what I gotta do, you know. So any good moms can feel that part right there, if anything else, you know. But I do want to say that this breakup made me stronger. It made me much more focused on the things that matter to me. It made me more resilient, you know. But you can't play with me now. I'm not that kind of girl. One thing that I will say is that the woman that you are looking at today is not the woman that was going through that breakup, okay? You guys, I looked a lot different. I was smaller, I was losing weight, you know, so healing is such a process. There's steps to it, and you can't skip steps, okay? So you have to deal with each step in the process. And another thing, there is no set time for healing, y'all. It's been 4 years since I've been out of that relationship, since I went through that breakup, and I'm still in the healing process. Like, heal in your own time. Don't dwell, don't wallow, don't woe it's me in the situation. Just do the steps to heal, which is just pouring into yourself. What do you need? Obviously, I feel like anybody that goes through a breakup, that's like grieving someone that's passed away. You have to go to therapy. Like, you have to have an outlet. You have to have someone, you know, to talk to and stuff like that. So that's step number one, okay? And then from there, seek God, and He'll let you know all the other steps that you need to take. And that's what I love. That's what I love. You know, I love getting direction from God. So like I said, as long as you have God and you are taking the steps to recover and to heal, I promise you, you will get through it, okay? You will get through it, because all you gotta do is really just take control of your life. Once you take control of your life, it's up from there, okay? I mean, look at me. We are literally filming in the house that I bought during my breakup, you know? I took control of my life and then poured into myself. And this is the result. This is what I got out of it. You know what I'm saying? So I am living proof, okay, that it works. That it works, okay? It works. Like, I want to write y'all a book so I can tell you how it works. Write the steps down. Write the steps down, because it works. And I'm just going to keep saying that, y'all. This is all God, and this is all healing, and this is all just pouring into myself. This is what it got me. So I'm happy. I'm happy. I leveled up. Can we say that for everybody, though? Y'all, I promise you, most days I'll be sitting over here in my house thanking God, because this is what rewriting your story looks like. I just came up with that. That's so nice, huh? This is what rewriting your story looks like. What I had for myself, my plans, I wanted to be a mom, I wanted to be married, I wanted to have all the things by 25, you know? I was living the fairy tale life in my head, you know? I was asking God for things that personally I was not ready for, which led to a breakup. So ultimately, the breakup led to my come up. You know what I'm saying? So I just really want to encourage anybody that's watching my video that has gone through a breakup and still trying to pick up the pieces, and you know, maybe you can start at step 1. I don't know, but I'm really just trying to help, you know. So if I can help, I'm gonna do that. Okay, like, what are you here for if you don't want help? But I also want to encourage you. You know, you might fall, you might go through stuff, but rewrite your story, okay? Rewrite your story. You can do it. But y'all, we have finished up the story. We have finished up the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray down the face. But y'all, this is a look right here. Got a little liner on, okay? Got a little eyeliner, some lashes. Nothing too much, okay? So this is just a little, you know, step up. That was corny, but anyways, that was just a little step up from my last tutorial, and I'm gonna show you guys how to get just like a basic beat, you know. So we did that, and we added a little bit of liner to it too. But anyways, you guys, I just want to really take a minute to thank you guys so much for stopping by the channel, hanging out with me, and getting to know me a little bit more. This was a different type of video for me. I've never been this vulnerable on camera before, so I truly appreciate you guys for stopping by my channel, viewing the video. Don't forget to put some comments in the comment section. Let me know how you are feeling. Have you been through a breakup? Just anything, you know, like, this is life, you know, and I just want to know, like, who feel me, you know. So let me know, can you relate? Let's say it, put it in the comments. But also give this video a thumbs up, and like I said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, comment, and share. Yeah, and until next time, I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. May peace and love be multiplied.
Like that, you know, but I'm the one that ease your pain. I know.